fall around the corner. Football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 39 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones.
Wilson's
and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
1st down, Dallas.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
His pass.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Tua. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
1st and 10.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
7-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And some space here.
No, sir.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
22-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cowboys, nothing.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, it's Tua. Forced out to his left. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. From the 29, Wilson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
The tackle.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now the second down throw on target. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10.
Now remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Buying time to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2. Remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Two and a throw again. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score, Falcons 28, Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Wilson on the
But I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .157 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. Tua on 4th down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Moore, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Falcons 35, Cowboys nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
3 yards. It's 2nd down.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Wilson's pass intercepted. The Falcons take over first.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Woo, yeah! Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Falcons add on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
A gain of a yard. First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, QB, come on. Take 4, take 4. Whip.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
Of 23 yards.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Ray McLeod, 62 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And it's 3rd down.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he connects with Otss. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
Cowboys.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hughes. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Wilson looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Coleman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll take it just outside the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Wilson's pass.
That's good for 28 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
5-yard line.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
56, Cowboys 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
At the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Wilson on the
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
They will run again with Coleman. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
3rd and goal, the ball at the 11. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Actually on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Complete to number 15. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 48-yard line.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Tonight's final score.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?